Hey chums, are you and your family fine and dandy? Professor Suresh, aka also known as extraterrestrial ET, delighted to be back for recording my 29th video in process of publication on YouTube today, 17th of June 2020. All of us are affected by hacking in a lot of ways, so this discussion pertains to unethical hacking, an international crime, premeditated international crime. Hacking is basically illegal access to information, mainly for misuse or abuse, and sometimes to fix the security issues in the system and make it hacker proof. Former is illegal, later is legal. It is called as ethical hacking. Unethical hacking paves the way for ethical hacking too. So everybody is enjoying life. Hacking is a technique of modifying the features of a system. The persons who are continuously engaged in hacking activities and have accepted hacking as a choice are called hackers. The term hacker has a dual usage in computer industry today. Originally the term was defined as hacker, noun, a person who enjoys learning the details of computer systems and how to stretch their capabilities, as opposed to most users of computers who prefer to learn only the minimum amount necessary. One who programs enthusiastically or who enjoys programming rather than just theorizing about programming. An ethical hacker's evaluation of a system security seeks answers to three basic questions. First one, what can an intruder see on the target systems? 2, what can the intruder do to that information? 3, does anyone at the target notice the intruder's attempts or successes? Reflecting the two types of hackers, there are two definitions of the word hacker. One, an adherent of the technology and programming subculture, someone who is able to subvert computer security. If doing so for malicious purposes, the person can also be called a cracker. Today, mainstream usage of hacker mostly refers to computer criminals due to the mass media usage of the word since the 1990s. This includes what hacker slang calls script kiddies. They are not kiddies, they are psychos. People breaking into computers using programs written by others with very little knowledge about the way they work. Even students do this. Since I am in teaching profession, I can say this. They are not very skilled also. They are half cooked, half baked. With that knowledge they do. They demonstrate also. This usage has become so predominant that the general public is largely unaware that different meanings exist. While the self-designation of hobbies or hackers is generally acknowledged and accepted by computer security hackers, people from the programmed subculture consider the computer intrusion related usage incorrect and emphasize the difference between the two by calling security breakers crackers, analogous to safe cracker. As the security related usage has spread more widely, the original meaning has become less known in popular usage and in the media. Computer intruders or computer criminals are the exclusive meaning of the word today. Most of the times, hacking is done for illegal purpose only. That has given the room for professional ethical hackers too. 4 primary motives that have been proposed as possibilities for why hackers attempt to break into computers and networks. First, there is a criminal financial gain to be had when hacking systems with a specific purpose of stealing credit card numbers or manipulating banking system. This information is being sold outrightly on net, especially on darknet, for a fee. Second, many hackers thrive of increasing the reputation. It is marketing bullshit within the hacker subculture, and will leave their handles on websites they defaced or leave some other evidence as proof that they were involved in a specific hack. Even so-called secured websites like FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation in US, Central Bureau of Investigation in India have been hacked, defaced, with even porn content and all that. Third, corporate espionage allows companies to acquire information on products or services that can be stolen or used as leverage within the marketplace. And fourth, state-sponsored attacks provide nation-states with both wartime and intelligence collection options conducted on, in or through cyberspace. It is cyber war, like bio war. People say even the spread of viruses is biowar, especially novel COVID-19. Ethical hacking is a process which focuses on securing and protecting computer systems. Independent computer security professional breaks into the computer system and neither damages the target system nor steal the information. They evaluate target system security and report back to the owner about the threats found. Have you heard about ransomware attacks? I don't know what the companies do, what kind of backups they have. They are recommending backups to others, but what the companies do about those backups, they don't do. In 1971, John Draper, also known as Captain Crunch, was one of the best known early phone hacker called Freaker, and one of the few who can be called one of the fathers of hacking. Father of hacking. Who is the mother of hacking then? Hacking is not what we think. It is an art of exploring the threats in a system. Today it sounds something with a negative shade because of the way things are going on, but it's not exactly what that many professionals hack systems so as to learn the deficiencies in them and to overcome from it and try to improve the system security. Let me ask you one basic question. If there are no criminals in the country, is there any necessity for police? So ethical hacking group is like that. There are unethical hackers that creates a demand for ethical hacking too. And both are enjoying life. And these hackers are paid so much money also. Hacking is not about breaking security of computer and network. Programmers who know different computer languages very well, they themselves define as hackers who are good at programming. Hacking, in simple words, breaking into private party in silence and enjoy it, which logically means trying to get into someone's private account or to steal sensitive data and to do things that are illegal. Those days these things never used to happen because everything was in physical form. No computers, scrap and all that. Computers were introduced saying that it would reduce the paperwork, reduce the consumption of paper. As a matter of fact, it has increased the paperwork and increased the consumption of stationery too, especially paper, because everybody wants to have a physical copy. Ethical hackers are the people who can create a firewall according to their knowledge and needs and protect all weak spots to protect private data from being hacked. None of the firewalls can be 100% foolproof. There are definitely loopholes that can be exploited. The word hacking is not illegal. Computer programs call themselves hackers because they can break into the system and solve the problem. Why do it in the first place and then say I'm solving the problem? Historically, hackers play a number of roles. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. On the one hand, hackers are the programmers to break into the system and find the problem causing the system and solve them, which results in improved security. On the other hand, hackers are the programmers who break into the system and cause insecurity. Hacking, they themselves cause insecurity and then say that I'll bring back security. Very good. Hacking is very important practice in the modern day society because hackers are the experts. They are not experts, they are crooks. Perverted, I would say something, are the experts in how the system functions and how the system can fail. Ethical hacking has some distinct features which, when compared to security and problem scanning, it is highly or completely automated. It typically exploits the security in order to access the data or access another system. It provides security to the system and network. It helps to expose the true risk caused to the system or network. A well-defined ethical hacking plan includes the following information: system to be tested, risks that are involved, when the tests are performed, and your overall timeline, how the tests are performed, how much knowledge of the systems you have before you start testing, what is done when a major threat is discovered. Hacking is quite useful in the following scenarios: to recover lost information, especially in case you lost your password, to perform penetration testing to strengthen computer and network security, put adequate preventative measures in place to prevent security breaches. We can segregate hacking into different categories based on what is being hacked. Categories. Here is a set of examples. Website hacking. Hacking a website means taking unauthorized control over a web server and its associated software such as databases and other interfaces. It has happened recently to so many well-known international multinational corporations. They had to shut down the whole plant to saturate the system, because everything is linked to the computer nowadays. Nothing is done manually. Even processing is done with the help of computers. Network hacking. Hacking a network means gathering information about a network by using tools like telnet, NSLOOKUP, ping, tracer, netstat, etc. with the intent to harm the network system and hamper its operation. Email hacking. It includes getting unauthorized access on an email account and using it without taking the consent of its owner. Ethical hacking. Ethical hacking involves finding weaknesses in a computer network system for testing purpose and finally getting them fixed. Password hacking. This is a process of recovering secret passwords from data that has been stored in or transmitted by a computer system. All these things are available on sale for fee. Passwords and credit card information, debit card information, credit card cloning, debit card cloning. Those people should be condemned to death, stoned to death, butchered to death. 6. Computer hacking. This is a process of stealing computer ID and passwords by applying hacking methods and getting unauthorized access to a computer system. Hacking is quite dangerous if it is done with a harmful intent. Most of the times the intent is harmful only. As I said before, it creates a demand for ethical hacking. It can cause massive security breach, unauthorized system access on private information, privacy violation, hampering system operation, 5. Denial of service attacks, malicious attack on the system. There could be various positive and negative intentions behind performing hacking activities. Here is a list of probable reasons why people indulge in hacking activities just for fun. Even I could say it is fun to torture you, to show off, steal important information, damaging the system, hampering privacy, and 6. Money extortion. System security testing to break policy compliance. Security hackers are people involved with circumvention of computer security. Among security hackers, there are several types, including white hat hackers. Edward D. Bono was the first one to use the term hat for the thinking. One has to keep thinking differently, wear multiple hats. Here also they are using that term hat. White hat hackers are hackers who work to keep data safe from other hackers by finding system vulnerabilities that can be mitigated. White hats are usually employed by the target system's owner and are typically paid, sometimes quite well, for their work. The work is not illegal because it is done with the system owner's consent. Black hat hackers are crackers or hackers with malicious intentions. They often steal, exploit, and sell data and are usually motivated by personal gain. Their work is usually illegal. A cracker is like a black hat hacker, but is specifically someone who is very skilled and tries via hacking to make profits or to benefit, not just to vandalize. Crackers find exploits for system vulnerabilities and often use them to their advantage by either selling the fix to the system owner or selling the exploit to other black hat hackers, who in turn use it to steal information or to gain royalties. Grey hat hackers include those who hack for fun or to troll. Fun? My foot. They may both fix and exploit vulnerabilities, but usually not for financial gain. Even if not malicious, their work can still be illegal if done without the target system owner's consent, and grey hats are usually associated with the black hat hackers. Nowadays there are contests for hacking conducted by educational institutes or by organizations to find out the loopholes in the system. Black hat hackers thrive on dark web, and the payment is using virtual currency like Bitcoin, Libra, whatever. Apart from the above well-known classes of hackers, we have the following categories of hackers based on what they hack and how they do it. Red hat hackers are again a blend of both black hat and white hat hackers. They are usually on the level of hacking government agencies, top secret information hubs, and generally anything that falls under the category of sensitive information. Black hat hacker is someone outside computer security consulting firms who is used to test a system prior to its launch. They look for loopholes that can be exploited and try to close these gaps. Microsoft also uses the term blue hat to represent a series of security briefing events. Elite hacker is a social status among hackers, which is used to describe the most skilled. Newly discovered exploits will circulate among these hackers. Script kiddie is a non-expert who breaks into the computer system. How can they be called as kiddies when they can break into the computer system? By using pre-packaged automated tools written by others, usually with a little understanding of the underlying concept, hence the term kiddie. Don't they know that it is a illegal thing? Neophyte or N00B, a newbie or green hat hacker is someone who is new to hacking or freaking, but has almost no knowledge or experience of the workings of technology and hacking. Activist is a hacker who utilizes technology to announce social, ideological, religious or political message. In general, most activism involves website defacement or denial of service attacks. Green hat hackers is a set of individuals who simply want to observe and learn about the world of hacking. It comprises those who join learning communities to watch videos and tutorials about hacking. Social engineering hackers are hackers. In what way it is social? Who use psychological manipulation to make people to divulge private contents or to perform certain actions. It is more complex crime scheme. People are exploited. People are acting like idiots. Cyber terrorists are politically motivated attacks who break into computer systems to stir up violence against non-combatant targets by subnational groups or clandestine agents. State nation-sponsored hackers are hackers who are employed by a country to attack the cybersphere or another nation or international agency as a result of warfare or to retrieve steal information. This is cyber war. Malicious insider, whistleblower attackers are the types of computer hackers who leak sensitive information from within the organization, especially data under the umbrella of government agencies. The term hacker was accepted as a positive label slapped onto computer geniuses who could push computer systems beyond the defined limits. After hackers emerged out of the artificial intelligence labs at MIT in the 1960s, a network known as ARPANET was founded by the Department of Defense, USA DoD, as a means to link government offices. As decades passed, ARPANET evolved into what is now known as the Internet. Two of the first known hackers in history are Captain Crunch and Kevin Mitnick. In the 1970s, Captain Crunch devised a way to make free long-distance calls. Later, groups of phone hackers dubbed Freakers emerged. Starts with the letter P. Phone hackers, Freakers. During the 1980s, the art of hacking was not common amongst the masses as it is and in contemporary issues. To be a hacker was to be a part of a very exclusive and secluded group. Organized criminal gangs are led by seasoned professional criminals. These serious are very talented hackers function within sophisticated structure guided by strict rules to ensure their crimes go undetected by law enforcement. It is like the mafia only with computers. In fact, a large number of black hat hackers are affiliated with organized crime. The cyber weapons dealer is a more seasoned criminal who sells authorized pieces of software that act like weapons, mostly to nation states or organized crime rings, but in reality anyone who can afford them. Primarily, there are about 4 motives behind the actions of hackers attempt to break into computer systems. The first motive is monetary gain. All these things we have discussed, especially when it involves breaking into systems with a specific purpose of stealing credit card numbers or manipulating banking system. Most of the such crimes in the banks is committed by the people working there. Either they themselves do it or pass on the information to some others for a commission. Second, some hackers act for egoistic motives to increase their reputation within the hacker subculture leaving the signatures on the system or network after a breach. Third, corporate spies allow organizations to process information on services and products that may be hijacked or used as leverage within the marketplace. This is highly illegal. Lastly, some hackers do it for patriotic reasons, as in state-sponsored cyber attacks during wartime. This is cyber war. Hackers from the programmer subculture usually work openly and use their real name, while computer security hackers prefer secretive groups and identify concealing aliases. Also, their activities in practice are largely distinct. The former focus on creating new and improving existing infrastructure, especially the software environment they work with, while the latter primarily and strongly emphasize the general act of circumvention of security measures with the effective use of the knowledge, which can be to report and help fixing the security bugs or exploitation reasons, being only rather secondary. The most visible difference in these views was in the design of MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology hackers' incompatible time-sharing system, which deliberately did not have any security measures. Security is a journey, not a destination. That means it is continuous, it doesn't stop. Knowledge and preparation are power. Make a system foolproof, install proper antivirus software. Yeah, one thing I want to ask, especially the system administrators, they say one has to use antivirus software, but the systems that they use, they would not have installed any antivirus software. Why is that? So antivirus software is a redundant thing, and scan your system regularly. Viruses should be quarantined and cleaned. Telltale symptoms of hacking are drastic reduction in memory besides processing speed. Hackers utilize your system and smartphones for virtual currency mining like Bitcoin mining too. Ransomware attacks are very common around the world. Always back up your system at some remote secure location regularly. Update your software regularly with the formal patches, which is offered free by software companies for legal licensed software users. If you are using pirated this thing, definitely that you cannot update your software. Curb cloud storage and cloud processing as much as possible. It paves a room for hackers, very easy. And do not go for any apps. It all provides a gateway for the hackers really. And do not update the software also, unless otherwise you yourself feel that there is a real genuine need for that. Don't go for unwanted updates offered for free. There is a hidden agenda. Hidden agenda is hacking, stealing information. Always create 2 or 3 level security even for email accounts. Encryption of passwords and digitized documents is also a must. Keep changing your passwords frequently. Maintain separate passwords for different accounts. Make your passwords very strong and lengthy too. Use a combination of numerals, alphabets. Use lower as well as uppercase and special characters. Never ever record these passwords and access information. Do not store, share sensitive information with others except as deemed necessary. Passwords should be easy to remember for you and recall, but for others they should be really hard to crack. Okay. Unethical hacking is premeditated international crime, so we, the affected individuals, have all the right on earth to eliminate, butcher such rotten criminals without any mercy, as these savages deserve this punishment. It's of no use going through the legal system. They'll come out in no time with their affluence. This should be a lesson to the other such beasts and will put a stop to such nefarious acts. Talents, skills, knowledge should be utilized for the benefit of the society and should never be abused. Debates, discussion on topics like this can go on forever. Anyhow, let me call it a day. We'll meet again real soon. Rest in peace and harmony. Always watch these videos with the closed captions, subtitles for absolute 100% comprehension. I know I rushed through to complete the presentation within 20 minutes max. This is a time limit I had set myself to retain the viewer's attention. Am I right, guys? Maybe it is lower than that. I know nowadays I exceed this time limit since I make honest attempts to cover the selected topic more elaborately, including so many intricate details, referring so many articles, in particular Wikipedia, extensively besides articles and books published recently. stay at home as much as possible to maintain social distancing, attributed the pandemic novel COVID-19, and prolong your lifespan. Lead a healthy life. God alone can put a stop to natural unnatural, maybe bio-war, cyber war, events like pandemics, which may lead to apocalypse and extinction of all sentient species of Earth. Natural calamities, unnatural calamities are on the increase. It's a spiral increase. All the best. Take care.